All right, let's take a look at some homophones there, and there. And if you look down below, homophones are words that sound the same but are spelled differently and have different meanings. Uh, there, and there are probably the most common and the homophones that people make the most mistakes with. They use the wrong there in the wrong place in their writing. So we're going to take a close look at what the difference is between each of these three and how they should be used in our writing properly. So if I can, here we go. I'm going to see if I can slide this over. Here we go. And enlarge this so we can take a look at it. And our first there, T-H-E-R-E, is used in two different ways. The first and most common is to indicate a place. So, for example, bring that box over there. All right, there meaning a place. It could be over in the corner, it could be in the kitchen, it could be out in the yard, on the deck. All right, but a place. Bring that box over there. The second way that T-H-E-R-E is used is as a filler. There's probably, it's probably a grammar, one of our 8 parts of speech that would explain what this specific use of there is. But I don't think that's important for you as a 6th grader to know, just that sometimes this is a word, T-H-E-R-E, that is used kind of as a filler. And an example of that would be, there are many homophones. So in this sentence, there is not a noun, it's not a verb, it's not an adjective, it's not an adverb. It doesn't really matter what it is, but this is the other way that T-H-E-R-E there is used in our writing, again, as a filler. And this is probably the most common of the three, T-H-E-R-E, because it's used in two different ways, and that filler way winds up being the most frequent way, I think, that this spelling of there is used. So that's our T-H-E-R-E. All right, next we have T-H-E-I-R, and this spelling of there shows possession. So an example would be, this is their house. Whose house? Their house. And this particular example there is a plural possessive. It's a plural possessive pronoun. So whose house is it? It is their house. So that's T-H-E-I-R, and that is the possessive use of there. And then our third and final use of there, and it's probably the least common, but still it's one that we need to know about, and that is the T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. And this spelling and usage of there is a contraction, and it's a contraction for they are. So an example would be, they're excited to watch the football game. They're being a contraction for they are. So if we were to write this sentence without the contraction, it would be, they are excited to watch the football game. So this is the third and final homophone in this group. So those are the 3 different ways that these homophones, there, and there, are used in our writing. So hopefully this has been helpful. Pay attention to how you're using these words in your own writing. Come back and use this video as a resource. Right, very important that we figure out how to properly use these homophones in our writing so that we're not making mistakes with these. All right, thanks for tuning in.